Have you ever tried to email your list but you weren't yet sure what to write about? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you my simple 3-step process to come up with the best email ideas and then turn that idea into a well-written email that your audience would respond to. My name is Rakeem Madison. Let's get into the content. All right, so one of the most important things I want you to do as you continue to watch this video is as you see me do something, I want you to do the exact same thing so that way you'll be a lot more closer to finishing the email by the time you watch the video. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so right here you can see that step number 1, it says start by refining your audience, right? So all that consists of is who are you writing the email to and what problem are they trying to solve, right? So let me show you how I come up with that audience. Now, for sake of time, I went ahead and I crafted the audience for you, but I'm gonna still show you how the tool works. So the tool, what we're about to use is called Copy.ai. Copy.ai is an AI content writer, but with the process that I'm about to show you, it's the way that I go about doing this so you can be able to do this very, very simple. All right, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go right here to the freestyle tool. Once it actually opens up, then over here we're gonna type in audience. All right, so you see it says audience refiner. This is gonna be step number 1. Now what I did for sake of time is I crafted out an audience, but I'm gonna explain to you what this tool does. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste the audience that I wrote down. All right, so right here it says describe your audience, right? So online business owners who understand the importance of building an email list, but struggle to come up with ideas that their audience would respond to. So basically this video that I've created for you right now, which is basically teaching you how to write email marketing content, especially if you don't understand, okay, well, what should I even be writing what should I even be emailing my list? All right, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna hit create copy. And what this is gonna do is this is gonna try to refine this audience a lot more. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit create copy. And then we're gonna give it a few minutes to kind of, come up with some ideas. All right, so check this out. So most times you're gonna see the same thing that I put right here on the first line, and then they're gonna try to refine it a little bit more. All right, so online business owners who understand the importance of building an email list, but struggle to come up with ideas that their audience will respond to. That was mine, right? Now below that, it says they have a few online products, but they would like to grow their list and build a targeted audience that is interested in their products. That might be one specific person. Now let's go to the next one. Online business owners who understand the importance of building an email list but struggle to come up with ideas that their audience respond to. So it usually starts with that. And then right here, they want to find ways to gain new subscribers to their list every week. They want to find new and creative ways of asking people to sign up for their email list. All right, so let's go to the next one. All right, so they're struggling to come up with ideas for their email list. They have an e-commerce store and want to promote a new product or service, right? So you see how it's looking at all the different types of people who are online business owners, and then they're tying it to that so that it can relate to them. And so when I use this audience, we're going to now, which is going to be step number 2, we're going to use this to generate subject lines that these people would actually click on, right? So I'm going to go with the original one that I went with, which is this one right here. And then all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the freestyle tool, click right here. And then now we back in the freestyle tool, and you can see right here, that's the audience that I came up with, right? So what I'm gonna do in front of that is I'm gonna put target audience, and then I'm gonna do semicolon. All right, so this is saying, okay, this is the audience that I wanted to focus on. So the next thing we wanna do is we wanna go back over to the Google Doc, and we're gonna scroll down to step number 2, which is what we own. So now I'm gonna go ahead and copy this right here, a list of 10 email subject lines that educate my audience. Now you could change the word up and you could put that persuade your audience, but that's gonna be up to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste this in there like that. And then now what it's doing, just so you understand, it's gonna take this target audience and it's gonna generate subject lines that would educate this audience that they would actually care about. And that's so important for you to do, because if you're writing emails that are not tailored to the people that are on your email list, it's not going to be as beneficial. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave the tone on friendly, but you can adjust it. You can create your own. You could also take the audience, like let's say if I wanted to take this audience right here, I could take that audience and then put it inside of the tone tool, like the brand voice tool, and then it'll generate tones that will be specific to that audience as well. All right, but we're not gonna do that just for sake of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit create copy, and now it's gonna generate me subject lines that these people would care about. All right, so check it out. 10 email subject lines that educate my audience. So 5 ways to increase your email open rate. That person would actually care about that, right? The best time to send your email newsletters. They would care about that as well. Why you need an email list to grow your business. Now, for me, this is very, very powerful because it's literally giving you ideas. So if you didn't have the idea, now you have the idea, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these. Why you need an email list to grow your business. Now we moving on to step number 3. Step number 3 is make the subject line idea the topic of your email, right? So we're gonna go back over to copy.ai, and then what we're gonna do is up here, we're gonna go ahead and paste this up. Well, not up here. Sorry about that. We're gonna go back here and we're gonna grab this, right? An email that educates my target audience. So inside of here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this right here, and then inside of here, I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter, and then we're gonna go back and grab that title that we just came up with. All right, so why you need an email list to grow your business, and then we're gonna come back up at the top, and then we're gonna put this at the top as the topic. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put email topic right here, and then I'm gonna do semicolon, and then we're gonna separate these two. Now at this point, what I wanna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit create copy, and now it's gonna start to generate me some email copy, and then as I find ones that I really, really enjoy, I'm gonna take pieces out, and then I'm gonna craft it to really sound like who I am. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's see what it came up with. Hey name, or hey there, or however you want to do that. And then it says you've been trying to grow your business, but you're struggling to come up with ideas for an email list that your audience would respond to. You know that email is the most powerful and effective way to reach your audience, but it's just not happening. I get it. You don't have time to think of new ways to keep engaging with your target audience. And even if you did have time, it's hard enough coming up with one good idea, let alone a dozen. Okay, I'm liking that, right? So if I wanted to go with that, I would go ahead and hit copy. I then would put it over here in this tool. This is like the editor tool. And then I like to start my stuff with like, hey there. And then if I say hey there, I might say, hey there, it's Rakeem. Right? Just start with my name, and you can do it however you want to do it, but I'll say, hey there, it's Rakeem. So I noticed that you've been trying to grow your business, but you're struggling to come up with ideas for an email list. And then I would like space it out, do like the whole structuring thing. And then you can see right here, you know that email is the most powerful and effective way to reach your audience, but it's just not happening. And sometimes I might just put this on its own line, just depends on what you want to do. And I'll put like ... And sometimes you got to adjust like the punctuation, because sometimes it'll have like an apostrophe where apostrophe may not necessarily go. And so what you could do is you could actually just, structure it how you want to. All right. And then it says, I get it. You don't have to think of new ways to keep engaging with your target audience. And even if you did have time, it's hard enough coming up with one good idea, let alone a dozen. All right, so boom. So you see how we already got an email form in here. And then all I would do is if I want to make this a little bit longer, then I would just come over here and find some more pieces of the ones that's been generated in here, and then just copy it and then bring it over here. And then as I keep doing that, now I'm going to craft out the email. And if I want to make it to where, okay, I want to send them to a YouTube video that I did. Well, what I could do is I could just say at the end of that, I'll say, and I know that they'll work for you too. And I actually showed you some steps, right? So I'll say something like this. I actually showed the step-by-step process on how this is done. All right, so make sure we spell it, how this is done in this brand new video, or however you want to do it, right? So it just depends on what what's your goal is for the email. Are you trying to persuade them to buy a product? Are you trying to educate them, or are you trying to actually send them over to a piece of content so you can actually get them on that content? And if you want them to take a certain action, everything will already be set up. So hopefully you got some value from this video. And if you did, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, if you want to get access to copy.ai, the exact same tool I use to create that email, then definitely go ahead and use that first link down below in the description. That'll give you instant access for free. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.